When I was in kindergarten, I was forced to swallow a thumbtack. I wanted to share my experience on the off chance that it might help someone out there. It's a long shot, but I figured why not. When I was a kid, I went to kindergarten in a school called the Sakura Group. They had one simple law, and that was, you cannot tell a lie. There was an even weird song about it that the teacher made us sing in the morning at school. I can't remember the words, perhaps because I wish to forget them, but to my recollection it went something like this. If you tell a lie, then you have to swallow 1,000 needles. We sang that song all the time, and I never liked it. The meaning inferred was that if you break a promise or lie, then you'll be hurt just as much as the person you lied to will be hurt. It's a very old rhyme from the 1800s or something. When I was in kindergarten, I didn't really understand the meaning. You know, like Red Riding Hood, you never felt bad for the grandma and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes in class, we watched this kids' TV show called Mr. Nopo. I haven't seen it since kindergarten. Anyway, the episode that we watched was about him making animals out of old milk cartons. We were allowed to do the same thing tomorrow in class, and I was really excited about it. So our teacher says, "All right, everyone, please bring a milk carton tomorrow so we can make our animals. Don't forget to ask your parents when you get home. Don't forget it's got to be a milk carton." Everyone in the classroom, including myself, responded with, "Yes, miss." I got home as fast as I could, and I asked my parents for a milk carton. My mom told me that we had only just opened the milk in a refrigerator, so I couldn't use that one. She then produced an empty soy milk carton from the garbage, and she said it was the same kind of thing. The next day, I proudly brought my soy milk carton to kindergarten, but I was told that my milk carton wasn't right. When you think about it, the cartons are slightly different, and perhaps the paper color or the thickness. Mr. Nopo didn't tell us on the TV how to make an animal out of a soy milk carton. He told us to use a normal milk carton. I guess that's why the kindergarten teacher got angry with me that day. "Hey, this isn't a milk carton. Everyone in the classroom, including you, promised to bring a milk carton to class today, right? Why have you brought something entirely different?" She scolded me. I was too young and too shy and too nervous to even respond. I just sat there, almost in shock. She turned to her desk at the head of the class, rooted around her desk drawer, then stormed towards my desk with something in her hand. It turned out to be a thumbtack case. She stopped at my desk with a half smile and turned to the other children in my class and proudly declared, "Everyone, your fellow student has told a lie today. He promised to bring a milk carton, but he's brought something entirely different to class today. So, what do we do when someone lies? Can anyone remember?" That's right. They have to swallow 1,000 needles, don't they? I was so dumbstruck that I remained silent. I was half expecting it to be a big joke, but I could see by the look in my teacher's eyes that it was far from funny to her. It was unthinkable, yet it was happening to me. I couldn't say a word. She approached me and opened the case of pins and said, "You broke a promise, so please get ready to swallow them." I couldn't. "Look, everyone, he can't even commit to accepting his punishment, and the poor boy can't do it. When you think about it, 1,000 is too many, isn't it? Okay, that's okay. Don't worry. I'll change the rules just this one time. Not 1,000, but 100. Off you go." She hadn't forgiven me. She approached me with the pin in her hand. She held my nose and made me open my mouth. I thought I could escape her punishment if I pretended to swallow, but that didn't work. I held the thumbtack between my back teeth and made a swallowing gesture. I thought it would work, but I was wrong again. She looked at me and then slapped me in the face, and the force of her slap caused me to spit out the thumbtack and it tumbled down onto my desk. The classroom was completely silent. It was as if though you could hear a pin drop. She snatched up the pin and jabbed it at my nose. "Not even one. You can't even manage one. If you lie, this is your medicine. The other option is death, and everyone knows this. I'm trying to teach you the importance of not telling lies." She got so angry, she dropped the thumbtacks all over the floor. I was made to find the thumbtack that I had in my mouth. I remember crying, and the sound of my sobbing being the only sound in that classroom. The fun I assumed that we would have that day creating animals out of milk cartons was completely destroyed. Everyone was looking at me with cold eyes like I had caused all of this, and I was young enough to believe that it was actually my fault. The kindergarten teacher couldn't determine which thumbtack I had in my mouth, so she threw them all away. And that was what saved me that day, I guess, and I'm so glad that I spat it out. I don't know if anyone else has told on her. I've never spoke about this until literally right now, and this happened many, many years ago. And these memories still stir up trauma deep within inside me. If you enjoyed this scary story, listen to thousands more, either over on the Let's Read YouTube channel or podcast.